he felt the murders were very personal.
Right. So even if it's not so much toward that victim, in his mind,
He's lashing out at
someone. In his past, or maybe his mother, or who knows.
Police have to walk a fine line with the information on these cold cases. However, it is believed some physical evidence, including DNA, may be available because law enforcement has stated that they periodically test some of the evidence they have.
Okay.
But so far, no pings on the radar. There are so many missing women and unsolved murders in this area.
What the hell?
Many more similarities. I'm going to compile a list of these murders and post them on our Mountain Murders website or on our Facebook page. I'm just going to go down a quick rundown here.
Well, yeah, that's a great idea because honestly, if I was listening to some other podcast, I would just be like, holy shit.
Okay, I want your mind to be blown right now because listen to this.
Oh, it's already blown.
Sherry Roth, in 1977, strangled on Sawyer Brook Trail. Sonia Moore, in 1989, body dumped in a pond. Judy Lord, strangled, killed in her apartment in 1975. Same as Madeline Krause in 1976. Someone entered her apartment, strangled her, killed her. Two 15-year-old girls, Anna Saradelis and Diane Campagna, were hitchhiking back from the beach in 1973. Their bodies were found in the woods off New Boston Road in Candia. Murdered. Same kind of MO. Lauren Ron went missing in 1980 in Manchester, New Hampshire. Melody Stankiewicz was found floating in Captain's Pond in Salem, New Hampshire in 1975, having been stabbed to death. Carmel Sue Whitaker vanished in 1970 after having been given a weekend pass from the state hospital. Her body was found by hunters in 1979 near Northwood, New Hampshire. Lisa Wright, 26 years old, was strangled to death in her Laconia apartment in 1991. 1991, there was the stabbing death of 69-year-old Rita Roy in her home in Manchester. 15-year-old Rachel Garden disappeared in 1980 after walking into town. 1972, there's the strangulation drowning death of Arlene Clevacy, who was also found dead in a wooded area. The 1969 murder of a schoolteacher, Luella Blakesley, whose skeletal remains were not found until 1998.
What the hell?
1999, the body of Mary Morales found off I-91 miles from where the others were found, including Linda Moore, the victim who was just having a nice day in the sunshine when somebody broke in her house and stabbed her to death.
Yeah.
17-year-old Lynn Schultz, a hitchhiker, disappeared in 1971. 26-year-old Leslie Spellman, a hitchhiker from Vermont, was found killed in Maine in 1977. Rita Curran, a 20-year-old, was sexually assaulted and strangled in her apartment in Burlington, Vermont. Vermont has 55 unsolved murder cases at present.
Damn it, man.
In 2001, a woman named Linda Chaput was hiking near Pinkham Notch. She was found stabbed multiple times on the trail. Her case is unsolved. And don't forget the Maura Murray case, which has captured the true crime community's attention since 2004. Also in 2004, Brianna Maitland, an 18-year-old, went missing in Montgomery, Vermont. Her vehicle was found abandoned about a mile away from where she was last seen.
Damn. Something's going on.
Now, I have to say that these women, mostly that were killed by the Connecticut River Valley Killer, were mostly brunettes. As I mentioned, many came from well-to-do families. Barbara Agnew, Heidi Martin, and Linda Moore's murders were all along Interstate 91. And if you look at a map of unsolved murders in New Hampshire, they're all concentrated in certain areas. And one of those is being I-91.
Right.
If you take your finger up I-91, there's just little dots all up the highway.
Well, that could give some validity to your, maybe one of the killers was a truck driver, right?
And these were not prostitutes or drug addicts.
No.
This killer was preying on women who were likely just victims of circumstances, wrong place, wrong time.
Wow.
Now, there's also the New Bedford Highway Killer. That's an unidentified serial killer responsible for the deaths of at least 9 women and maybe the disappearances of 2 more in New Bedford, Massachusetts from 1988 to 1989. The killer is also suspected to have assaulted numerous other women. All the killer's victims were known prostitutes or substance abusers who were addicted to heroin, so that makes it a little different from this Connecticut River Valley Killer.
Yes.
But there are so many murders in this area.
What?
So many more than I would have ever expected. And they all seem to have very similar circumstances.
Now, when you take the stabbed, or wait, no, I'm sorry. Okay, let me get this right. You take the ones that are killed and disposed of in the woods in these remote areas. Okay, that had a lot of similarities. And then you kind of jump over to the victims killed in their homes with the knife, right?
Well, one was killed with a knife,
Or there's
but
some
the majority
strangulations
of
in there
them were
too.
strangled and bludgeoned in their homes.
But I see why you would think maybe two killers, because that's quite different. You have someone who's obviously comfortable outdoors in these remote areas, going there over and over, because proximity means a lot in this circumstantial evidence, mountain I'm talking about. Because of what are the statistical odds of these murder victims being dumped within a mile of each other or in just close proximity I bet if you did a 10-mile circle around that damn area. I mean, it just seems like that's definitely possibly the same person. I guess another killer could be like, oh, heard about that dumping spot on the news or something. But it's just very strange. And then you jump to the killed in their homes.
Look at the statistics. You're like 55 unsolved murders. Well, that's not a lot. But New Hampshire is not a very big state.
It's not. And these are a certain type of murder. I mean, there's all kinds of murder comes in a lot of forms. But you're talking about someone actively hunting and killing humans.
Yeah. Women.
I mean, it's a whole different. I mean, it's
breaking into their apartments,
it's not
strangling them, sexually assaulting them, leaving.
It's not domestic. It's not drug related. It's not
picking up hitchhikers.
Crime related.
Their bodies being found in wooded areas.
Yeah, I mean, this is someone. These are killers.
Yes.
Hunter killers, serial killers, whatever you want to call them.
I mean, and of these murders, I would say, yeah, okay, maybe a couple of them knew their assailant.
Definitely. I mean, that's a lot. But
you can't tell me all of these murders are just random killings by different individuals. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, there's even if no matter how many serial killers are operating in the country at any given moment, how many in the same region kill the same way, dispose of their victims the same way, in the same damn area? I mean, at this point, I think we're getting statistically improbable, right? It's very crazy. Whew. Holy shit.
I feel like your face has been melted off, and now your brain is steaming.
Oh my God.
Is that steam? It's like a cartoon. Is it just like pouring out of your ears right now?
Oh my God, it's like those chicks who were thrashing at that damn live music we went and saw last week. They melted my face off. I feel like that right now.
Oh, that band?
Yeah.
The Bedazzler?
The Bedazzler. Right?
Yeah.
Jeez, they were coming hard.
Well, I know that this was a difficult case to keep up with. We threw around a lot of names, a lot of information.
A lot.
I know, I'm sorry, but I just couldn't help myself.
I think you just had to get it out there on the record.
I needed to purge it all out.
Yes.
Because it was just like haunting. Like the more I would look into one case, I would find another.
Striking similarities.
Let's read a few of these reviews before we close up.
Let's lighten it up a little bit and end on a fun note.
Thanks to our awesome listeners who take the time to hit subscribe and also write us up a 5-star review. Emma DeVille says, fave podcast ever. The hosts are so fucking charming and fun to listen to. The stories covered are diverse and incredibly interesting. I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts as I drive quite a bit for work, and this is by far my favorite. Never dull or boring, and the banter between the hosts is adorable, but not grossly cute or forced, and never tedious like other podcasts have become. Really wonderful all around. Love it.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
Thank you.
James in Denver says, found the show one night while trying to find something new. You guys rock.
That is incredible.
A perfect spine-tingling murder podcast, says Jules9283. If murder podcasts are your kryptonite, then this one has to be in the rotation. Heather and Dylan walk through murder mysteries that keep you on the edge in the best spine-chilling of ways. They're also so much fun to listen to, and it feels like you're sharing stories with friends around a campfire. All murderinos need to subscribe to this one.
Wow, can I read one? I want to read one.
Yeah.
Okay, according to Podliver, Heather and Dylan are the best. Just keep doing what y'all are doing. Heart.
Rick Wilson says, I'm loving your podcasts. I'm new to podcasts, but almost listen to all of yours. Enjoy Heather and Dylan. And Julie True says, oh, you beauties. Can't recall how I came across your podcast, but I love it, especially the episodes about old times. I'm from Northeast New England, Newcastle upon Tyne, and had family from Scotland and Ireland. Listening to those episodes, especially the episode with Heather's mom, so reminded me of my childhood and family. Loved it. Also a bit pissed, so sorry. And then she said pissed equals drunk in British.
It does. I've heard that. I'm getting pissed.
Yes.
Getting a bit pissed.
So if you want to take the time to write us a 5-star review, we may read it here on the show.
Yes, and if you also would take just a moment, which means a lot to us, and hit subscribe on any podcast player that you use, that helps us get out there and other people find the show.
My resources for this incredibly lengthy episode.
Oh my God.
The book Shadow of Death, The Hunt for a Serial Killer by Philip Ginsberg. The Dark Mind TV show. New Hampshire State website for cold cases, unsolved mysteries, and newspapers of the time.
Okay. Whew. Wow. I feel spent.
You look spent. Like a new penny.
Oh yeah, a nude penny. Woo. Hey. No? Is that not what that saying is?
We just ate like a little bit ago, so maybe not.
Oh, okay.
I'll be shepherd's pie out all over the podcast equipment. So
oh, that's not good. Don't do that.
Keep it on, Dylan.
Okay.
Just kidding.
That's okay. I thought you liked it.
Love you.
Love you.
We'll be back with another true crime case soon.
Bye.
You think so, Dylan?
Oh, yes,
soon?
for sure. Bye, guys.